All right, check 1 2, check 1 2. Hey everyone, welcome back to the sunny side. I'm Sunny, and these are the weekly all signs horoscopes for all zodiac signs for the week of February 16th to February 20th, 2026. Hey guys, what's up? This is the live stream. So if I get distracted, if you're watching live and I get distracted, it's because I'm hanging out with the sunny siders here. But by the time you guys watch it, there will be timestamps in the description box. So just go ahead and hit the timestamps, and I'll catch up with you a little later in the video. All right, here we go. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I'm just checking the sound for those who are new here. All right, there we go. I'm actually early. I'm early and I'm late. I'm supposed to be on at 10 o'clock, but for some reason, I keep been coming on at like 4 in the afternoon. Oh my god. And more often than not on Sunday. It's, good morning, Daniela. I hope you're having a super amazing day. Welcome back. I hope everything is super cool. I feel pretty good. You know, the biggest lesson, I don't know, excuse me. Hey, walk-ins, what's up? We have to plow through the horoscopes today, guys. We're gonna do our little thing I might take a break at 1 o'clock. Oh, hey, Teresa. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, man. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Let me sit up straight. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. The Voyager Tarot deck is so amazing. Oh man, I don't want to buy anything because Mercury's going to turn retrograde. And I spent all that money. I'm not going to. I got to tell you guys, I'm not going money crazy until everything has to last. That's it. No more going crazy, and no more going crazy. And that everybody. So that's the thing. That's my 11/11 wish. No more going crazy. Get all of the mental addictions under order, in control, and let's get ready to move on in life. No mistakes in 2026. We survived. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. we made it. Well, the strong survived. That's for sure. All right. The deck came out in the 80s. Oh, that's very cool. Well, here we go. Here we go, guys. I wish everyone the best of an amazing day. I can't believe we made it. I would like to do the Saturn horoscopes tomorrow because I want to get those out as soon as possible because, there's some misconceptions going on. This next phase that we're going to go through, the next 2.5 years, it's going to be worse than you think. The last time this happened was in 1996, I believe, between 1996 and 1999. And at that time, I believe that's when the euro came out, the form of currency over in Europe. And so the American dollar is very stressed right now. So for the Americans, there might be some kind of change in the currency, very sincerely. That's what's going on with this transit that the world is going through right now as Saturn enters Aries. Other times this happened. Okay, so keep that in mind because this gets very serious. Other times that this happened were 1967 to 1969. I think 66 or 67 to 69 or something like that. And all right, so man, why was it? Oh yeah, during the Vietnam War, right? Things were changing around that time period. Another time this happened was in 1939, which is important because didn't the world? You guys go to war? It's there was a big war start, and so, but these were actually major financial decisions that were happening. So right now, as we're going through this is going to be an interesting situation. This is very much a tipping point. Yeah, well, we're still in the age of Aquarius. We're in the age of Aquarius for the next 2,000 years. So I don't know about. Okay, that's a good point. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. That really was in the age of Pisces. Like it was. And it was very Piscean. You know what? That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Well, we'll have to see what happens because the world is creating all of their own, like trade is being done in local currency now. It's just different. And over in Europe, they decided to stop using MasterCard and Visa, and they're doing other types of payment networks over there right now. So they're all putting this in in motion right now. So that's what's going on. I didn't realize it was a Saturn and Aries thing. I thought it was a Uranus and Taurus thing. Like because that's kind of what, like, we've been calling that as a Uranus and Taurus thing for years and years and years and years. But this is timing quite well with the Saturn and Aries. Now, just quickly, we'll talk about all of this tomorrow as well. But today, let's just say a little bit of this, just a little bit of this, and then we'll jump into the scopes. Think about it. Just think about it. When Saturn was in Pisces, right? Saturn was in Pisces. Saturn was clogging up water, right? Right now, they're like, like you guys just clogged up the water in the Caribbean, right? The Americans just clogged up the water in the Caribbean, and they're trying to clog up the water in the Gulf, and they're clogging up the water, man. And then there was that boat or that ship got stuck in the canal, and they couldn't get it out, right? The clogging up the water. Saturn is clogging it up. Saturn is also really cold. Look at all the snow. So think about Saturn and what Saturn really is. It's cold and it's old, and you could even use the myths of Saturn if you want, or the archetypes, and say Saturn is old man Saturn. Saturn is Kronos. So he's old, he's slow, he's grouchy. Saturn can be benevolent. It is do your work, but he's old, he's slow, he's grouchy. And imagine this guy, and the guy doesn't, he's, and how do you imagine that is going to be? How do you think Saturn is going to behave when old and slow and grouchy is hanging out in a fire sign? It's just hanging out with our most youthful. So look at it like this. Aries is the most youthful zodiac sign, right? They're playful, they're creative, they're like little babies. They're always jumping around, doing things, trying to challenge things. It's like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's this? Look at me, I can do that. I'm Aries, right? That's Aries. And Kronos is like, Saturn is like, oh my God, man, what the hell is wrong with this kid? Like, what's wrong with this kid? And they don't get along. Think about it. Think about it. Just think about it. Aries squares. It squares Capricorn. Aries squares Capricorn. They do. They do. So think about it. So Aries is fiery. And Daniela's like, grandparents love their grandchildren. Well, I'm trying to tell you guys. It says, William Lilly wrote that nothing good happens when Saturn and Mars cross the rays. And so Aries is ruled by Mars. So, and I'm already telling you guys that historically, this precedes by about 1 year some really negative world events. But Daniela has a point, and she's being really sweet about it today. And it was deep in Pisces, especially 1939. That was kind of Pisces, right? Everything is hidden. Everybody's a martyr. Everybody's trying to we got to do this for like one of those kind of things. And things are different now. So she's got a point. Things are believe it or not, they're rapidly becoming much more logical. And the nonsensical is shaking loose from the tree, which is fascinating because I didn't really think that was a thing in life. But I guess it's happening to me, so it must be happening to some other people in the world. So it's interesting. And you do have some good points. Saturn does take away. Yeah, it does take away. So in air, I was thinking about that as well. Can you imagine? Jupiter is windy. Okay, Venus is moist, the moon is moist, Saturn is cold, Mars is hot, the sun is very hot. So but Jupiter is windy. So I can imagine if Jupiter is in a fire sign, that's going to blow stuff all over the place. Interesting. And Jupiter is going to be in Leo soon. Anyways, neither here nor there. We're talking about Saturn a little bit. Hey, Kayla, thank you very, very much. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. He'll take away your smiles. What? He'll take away your smiles. You got to work for the smiles now. Well, I'm just saying historically it causes problems. So, but at the same time, you know, discipline and hard work, it's going to be a little bit of a grumpy time. And that's just all I'm saying. It's all I'm saying. I did a little bit of research and it's a little bit spooky, but you're right. Grandparents do love their children. Their grandparents do love the grandchildren. That's for sure. That's for sure. And we'll see. We'll see. Because you know what? And again, we'll talk about this more tomorrow. But look at it like this. So I know you're just joking, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it because you know how I get, or like I'm trying to change, or I'm changing. So I appreciate it. You're right. Grandparents do like their grandkids for sure. Okay, everybody, calm down. Okay, everybody, calm down. So there is something good about all of this. Okay, there is good stuff about this, and it depends where it falls in your chart. And this is what we'll talk about a little later. But again, Saturn brings discipline, hard work, discipline. And so as a Scorpio, I had Saturn when it was in Pisces. That's my 5th house of children. I had the Saturn, the god who eats children, in the house of children. That's not a good place for it. Regardless of the zodiac sign, that's a bad placement. So for certain signs, like for Sagittarius, the god who eats children is going to be in the house of children. It's going to be bad. Just as we were saying, Saturn takes away. It could take your kid away for Sagittarius. But there are other places where it's pretty good. It's an okay kind of thing. So if you need, like if it's normally overly hot in a part of your chart, or there's a problem someplace, Saturn will slow it down a little bit. So if you have, say you're Pisces, and there's a lot of, and Aries is your 2nd house, right? Which is aggressively pursuing money, like very aggressively pursuing, you know, new, youthful kinds, playful kinds of ways of making money. And, you know, as a Pisces, your things are playful and youthful and creative, and they're like purple, and, you know, you're a Pisces. And so now you have hot spending tendencies, and Saturn is going to add some responsibility in your spending. So instead of, you know, so Saturn's good in that regard. Saturn's really going to help Pisces get down to work financially. So that's a pretty good thing. That's a pretty good thing, you know. So it's good thing, bad thing. For Taurus, stuff's gonna disappear behind the scenes. It's kind of weird. It's a spring cleaning thing, and so, but you know, they're gonna have to take care of it, like lock the doors, and they'll be fine. It's interesting. And as the chart moves around for Gemini, it's a social thing. It means your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. And so for Geminis, it's putting a lot of energy into making your dreams come true, or they'll be taken away from you. Wow, that's pretty heavy, man. That's pretty heavy. Wow, so Geminis, you have to put some energy into your hopes, dreams, and aspirations, or they're not going to happen. Watch for stagnation. But if you put energy into your hopes, dreams, and aspiration, or into groups of people, or, you know, into some energy into group, like doing your thing, you should be successful. But if you don't, it's not. That's a tricky one. Anyways, that's Saturn. We'll talk more about this tomorrow. When Saturn goes into your fourth, interesting. Interesting. You get pregnant when Saturn goes into your fourth. That's an interesting one. I wonder where she heard that. Anyways, I don't know about that, but I know I know it's not good in the fifth. I know Saturn sucks in the fifth. Saturn sucks in the traditional rulers of the fire signs, obviously. So, like, that should be obvious. And Saturn likes it in like the earth signs. That should be obvious as well. And that's pretty much the deal. It's because of astrological temperature, right? With all of you guys studying astrology in the background, right? And most people on the sunny side study astrology. Before we go into weird ideas and trying to figure out definitions and how words work, like what does that work? Because like I've heard so many silly things, and the words that people come out of people's mouths don't line up with, there's snow outside, right? Like they're like silly. It just doesn't make any sense. It's why I'm explaining it to you guys like this. I've heard many people in the last couple of days say Saturn entering Aries is about rapid, and they give off all of these Aries definitions, like it should be competitive, aggressive, get out there, rapid change, really fast, powerful. This, it's going to happen so quick. Everybody prepare. But that's not what Saturn's about. Because it's not about Aries at all. None of this is about Aries at anything. This is all about Saturn not liking the heat, not liking the springtime. It's all it's about. And Saturn's going to react in a certain way. And again, so let's go back to it. So that's how when we look at it in terms of temperatures. So if when Mars enters Aries, Mars loves it there because Aries is hot and Mars is hot and Mars likes to go do its thing. Is it the best thing for Mars? Well, like Mars is pretty good in Capricorn because all that energy is focused and directed to get things done in Capricorn. But it's like, I don't know. Good question. Hey, you know what, Daniela? Check this out. You know what? As you're saying, grandparents love the grandkids. Mars is, as far as I can remember, Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Mars likes Capricorn. Mars likes Capricorn. So, like, maybe Saturn's gonna be okay. No, Saturn doesn't like Aries, man. Nowhere. Saturn likes it. Saturn likes it nowhere. Saturn likes it nowhere. Oh man. Anyways, let's get back to being positive. God, this is you being positive, Sunny. It sure is. Saturn doesn't like anyone. Yeah. Oh man. So you know what? Though? So I look at it like the temperature. Saturn has to like it in Aries. Saturn has to like it in Aries. So anyways, so I look at it like different things, right? Like, so, and a different thing, it'll affect things in different ways. So on one hand, so as a Scorpio, okay, that's going into my house of going to the gym. So, and I'm totally down with getting back into physical action, so that's that deal. Yeah, I stayed close to my grandparents. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Danielle is talking about, you guys can see it right there on the screen. It's talking about, she says, how in certain cultures, some grandparents and the babies are kept close together. It's intentional to share wisdom. That's hold on. I'm supposed to, I don't think I'm getting any messages early today. Oh, it's my phone. So, Oh man. Wow. Anyways, let's continue. Anyways, it's it's anyways, nothing is good or bad. Okay. Nothing is good or bad. It's all about what's gonna happen. Right. That's all nothing. We not I don't nothing is good or bad. It's about what's gonna happen. You know what? Wow. Nothing is good or bad. It's about what's gonna happen. And after the year I had, and I fully understand the uh Saturn in the fifth house experience. Like I fully get that now. It's a serious thing. So for some zodiac signs, it's going to be pretty rough. But for other zodiac signs, it's going to be okay, man. Like it's really sincerely going to be okay. Um, for the world at large, we will see a shift. Yeah, and especially when Uranus changes signs as well. So like that's just the deal. So we'll have to embrace it. Anyways, but tomorrow we'll talk about it's not all negative, and it's not all, and none of it is positive. But it's not all negative. All right. uh all right, next, shall we get on to today's horoscopes? I'm just double checking everything, right? So, oh man, I can't believe. All right, so let's move on. We have to live through it anyways, right? So, I'm just telling you a shift is coming. It's probably going to be a financial shift. In addition to that, some people will feel constricted in certain ways, like they physically can't breathe, or they physically can't move on, or they physically can't be playful and youthful. But at the same time, there should be. I think there should be. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I'm supposed to know, right? But like I don't think what's supposed to happen is gonna happen. I think it's gonna be mental, man. I think it's gonna be absolutely mental. So uh, but once again, for some of you, it's gonna, like for Pisces, it's gonna be good for your money. For Aries, you're gonna get back in shape. You're gonna be disciplined. It's I'm looking at it in different levels. I'm looking at it at a personal level, how it's going to affect people individually, or how people are going to react individually. And I'm also looking at it as weather, what's going to happen in the weather, which is kind of interesting. And then also what's going to happen in the economy and what's going to happen globally. And it's all a little different. It's all a little different because how we react individually, like that's a choice. Like you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So like it's a choice. However, collectively, it's more of it's more of it's more of like just a simple trauma cycle that the world goes through collectively. It's not really that, when you look at it like that, it's not really that weird. So the world is just collectively going through one of these cycles, and that's what happens globally at one of these cycles. There tends to be some kind of financial change somewhere, and then the next cycle seems to be the next phase seems to go be mental. So everybody be cool, man. And that's the thing. So on a global scale, it does one thing, and individually, we're going to try and do our best, because for signs like Libra, that's gonna slow down Libra's dating game. So if you're dating a Libra, she's gonna have to give up some. No, for signs like Libra, it's gonna put a lot of serious work into the relationships. Libra is gonna go through a kind of a restructuring of relationships, but it's in my experience, Saturn transits are quite rewarding. They're rewarding. They in my experience, they're painful. It very much takes away. So like Aries might start taking their hair away. This is funny. But the you know, it does take things away. But it's what we say here on the sunny side. You know, you have to, everything in life gets taken away if you don't hold on to it, right? So if you don't hold on to that person, they're going to be taken away. So that's just how life works. And so that's the deal. It's been my experience that although Saturn transits can be difficult, they're probably, to me, they're some of the most rewarding transits that are there. And that's what's going on. And as a Scorpio, I'm looking forward to going back to the gym. That's it. All right. Next, shall we look at today's stuff? Today's overview? You're dating a Libra rising. Oh, no way. Well, yeah, that's going to put Saturn in the 7th house. Well, there you go. There you go. Oh, wait a second. Aren't you guys getting married? Watkins, aren't you guys getting married? This is a good time to get married. If this is a good time is, well, I don't know, before, like, forget about, I mean, we're talking about Saturn, right? So a little bit of Saturn is really good in relationship. Like, it's really good in relationship. Man, I gotta tell, like, you guys are getting married, right? Yeah, that'll lock it down. That should lock it down. Like, seriously, that should lock it down. And it takes a little longer. Yeah, it definitely takes a little longer. Sometimes there's an age difference. I don't think you guys would have an age difference. This is a transit. This is not in your charts. But that's, no, I think it's good. Watch the paperwork, Watkins, because Chiron is, oh shit, why don't I show you guys the chart? Why am I not? Hey Paige, what's up? It's great to see you. Welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know why I'm not showing you guys the chart. I'm staring at it. You guys can see me staring at it. What the hell? Seriously, man. Like, seriously, man. I'm staring at the thing and I'm like, like, oh, Sonny. Oh, you have Jupiter in your 7th? Saturn's okay. Saturn's okay. Saturn's okay. Watkins, Saturn, it's going to take away all of his other girls. So, like, Watkins, Saturn's going to take away all of his other girls. Yeah. So, like, hold on, right? You be Saturn, hold on, and let all of his other girls disappear. That's what happens when Saturn's in the 7th house. Everybody disappears. Like I said, the joke I was making, it was like, I'm not making good jokes these days. And so whenever Saturn is, what am I talking about? Everybody calm down. So, like, whenever Saturn is there, everybody disappears. Okay, Saturn in the 7th house disappears everyone. So when you get married, you're going to stay, right? And all of that other stuff is going to, don't take your girls. Yeah, man. It's like, say you have all these girls over at your place. Okay, say you've got all these girls over at your place, and like your grandfather keeps walking around in his jockey shorts, his underwear. It's guys are like, oh, and he's grouchy and he's cold and he's got these rings around him for some reason. And like, You guys are young, you're Aries, you're fresh and having fun and cool. And like, you thought Sunny was old. Guess how old his grandfather is? My grandfather fought in WW1. So like, you guys, he's walking around. Oh yeah, Saturn will take away the girls. Saturn will definitely take away the girls. Oh man, Saturn will take away the girls faster than running out of booze ever could. Oh my God. All right, everybody calm down. I gotta check. Oh man. Oh man, do I have an alarm going off? Hold on. Really good, but oh man. Oh wow. I told you guys, astrology is fun. Astrology is fun. Learning is fun. Oh man. I don't see how that's a good thing. Oh man. No man. Saturn's good. So Watkins, it's a good thing. You should encourage Saturn. You should encourage Saturn to hang out with your boyfriend more often. And Paige, oh my God, you too. Every should. Oh my God, guys, you should encourage. This is actually a pretty good time to. This is the most faithful time Libras in 30 years. It's so funny. It's oh man. Oh man. All right, back to work. Back to work. Back to work. I'm not seated proud. Oh man. Guys, I'm gonna have to go at about 1:00, and then I'll come back at about 2:00 and I'll do all the signs properly. But this is where we are right now. Oh man. Okay. All right, so here we go. That's so funny. Yeah, it should be fine. It'll be fine for the Libras. No, it's gonna suck for the Libras. It's gonna be fine if you're dating a Libra. All right, next. All right, let's get to the next thing. Well, so there's a thing and not a thing. And so, excuse me, when we're talking about an eclipse, the definition of an eclipse is a new moon or a full moon in the same zodiac sign as the nodes. And that is not happening. Not in Western tropical astrology, it's not. However, in Vedic sidereal astrology or sidereal astrology, it is happening. It is happening. On the 17th, we're going to have a new moon eclipse in Aquarius, because in Vedic astrology, I'll show you. Instead of just talking like this, I'll show you. Oh man, am I really going to show you? Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you guys. For those who are new here, I'll show you. Nope. Let's use this one. Okay, can you guys see this? Can you guys see this? Let's bring it up to the new moon. Okay, everybody chill out because I still have to put Aries on the ascendant thing. This is a little tricky, but I got this. All right, here we go. Watch this. This is for everybody studying astrology in the background. So this is February 17th, 2026. 19. Good job, Sunny. Good. And you can see that the new moon right there. So we have in Western astrology, this is tropical, right? This is tropical on the inside. This is us on the inside. And on the outside, so tropical. Sidereal. Okay, guys, inside, outside. Now, for us, or in tropical or Western astrology, the new moon is going to be right here in Aquarius, right? Look how right, it's in Aquarius. But for us, the North Node is actually in Pisces. So for us, that's two separate energies, right? The new moon is going to be youthful. The new moon is going to be at 28 degrees. Oh my God, man. It's 20. I know some of you guys have astrology going on at 28, 29 degrees Aquarius. Some of you guys, this is going to be a very eventful new moon for many sunny-siders, especially if you have energy around 28, 29 degrees. So you're rotating an apple in your mind. Let's check you out. Okay. So so for everyone, okay. So for you guys who have stuff at 28, 29 degrees Aquarius, you're going to have a breakthrough in life. You're going to have a change depending on what it is. If it's your sun, you're going to absolutely change the way you look and the way you relate to the world visually. If you have if it's your moon, you're going to have an eclipse on your moon. So you're very much going to have a change of heart, or you're going to very much, like your moon is what you want to do. So you're very much going to have this new kind of thing for what you want to do. And it's what you've always wanted to do, because we're moving towards, because all of this energy, before I get back to the eclipse, all of this energy is moving towards the North Node. And that's what we want to do. And and that's it. And although we were goofing around with Saturn earlier, making kind of jokes and goofing about Saturn is going to add discipline in certain areas of your life. So for me, you guys know I had all that stuff I was going through. Going to the 6th house, Saturn is going to add discipline to my day-to-day life, which means I got to chill. I got to chill some stuff out, lay off the crazy pills. And so for me, as a Scorpio, this transition, this situation where Saturn enters air is a great thing for us after what we just went through. Anyways, for the other zodiac signs, we should be marching towards that North Node thing. All right. And it's going to be a very good day for everyone. And I'll explain that in a second, because what we're really talking about today is is Venus approaching the North Node. Tomorrow, we'll talk about Saturn, okay? All right, next. So as we cruise through, the inner wheel is Western astrology, and the outer wheel is Eastern Vedic astrology. Now, you can see, now stick with me, because at the end of all of this, there's another definition. And I'm going to give you that other definition after I teach you the traditional stuff. So here we go. So technically, the energy is different in Western astrology, but in Vedic astrology, you can see that the new moon and the eclipse clearly fall in the same sign, right? It's all the nodes are in the north node in Vedic astrology is currently in Aquarius. I'll say that again. The north node in Vedic astrology is currently in Aquarius. That's why we don't really do a lot of that stuff. That's why we do energy and motion here, because I have a whole bunch of fans over in Asia, man. Like, or you know, bunch of so that's why we talk about energy and motion here, right? Because the sunny side's a little bit different. Hey, Jules, what's up? I hope you're having a super, super amazing day. Okay, but calm down. So you guys got that? And but anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys something else. So there's no hate anymore. I didn't say any, I didn't call anybody no hate today. We're just doing our thing. And so I'm explaining it to you. And this is why we the way we do astrology here is energy and motion. It's why I'm talking about the temperatures and the temperaments of all of the planets and how they react in different areas of the zodiac, because that's kind of how we navigate this. And in addition to the signs, we have planets bumping up against other planets or other celestial places. And that's what's happening right now. They're going to bump up against that. Hold on. Watkins, ask me that question again. Wait. Yeah. Wait, what? The north node is in Aquarius. If your north node is in your natal south node is in Aquarius. Okay, I got it. I don't remember, my brain was too thick. I'll tell you in a sec. Ask that question again. That's a really good question. I'll ask it again. All right. We're not going to do the horoscopes until I return, because I don't want an incomplete video. Like, I didn't mind in the past, but as we're going on, this is a lot of stuff to talk about. And so I'll come back and do the horoscopes afterwards. And I'll go golfing later. I don't want to drink any more booze, guys. I got to stay out of trouble. I want to get back on the track, man. I want to get back. I'm doing my best, but I kind of get a little bit depressed again. So, and I think it's being depressed or angry with myself or the world or whatever. But I think that really contributed to my going off the wall and my way overboard on some of my addictions. So I want to try and bring it back together. Saturn's going to help me. Do you guys see how that's working? Saturn's going to help me with that. All right. Next. So let's ask it again. Hey, Amanda. No. So Watkins, ask me that in a couple of minutes. Hey, Amanda. I hope everything is super cool. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, and happy Valentine's Day, Julie. All right. Hey, Bianca. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Okay, here we go. So, guys, I'm going to do this for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back in the afternoon and do the horoscopes properly. But this is just the overview. I'm explaining what an eclipse is. So you guys can see that in sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's not, right? It's kind of neat. But that's the difference. You know, Vedic. So that's what an eclipse looks like in astrology. So that's what it is. Now, so it's a new moon or a full moon in the same sign as the nodes. And in Western astrology right now, it's not in the same sign as the nodes, and the energy is different. And but in Vedic astrology, the new moon is in the same sign as the nodes, right? So just bummer mode. What? No, man, everything good. Oh, thanks, Paige. Yeah, guys. I was. Everything is like. I want to get. I want my sexy body back. I want my sexy body back, and all that money that I pissed away, I'll never get that back. And man, I just was mental. So let's get back to work. All right, so that's the deal. Now there's one more thing. So I was looking this up, and there's one more thing. It's like, this is a really weird thing for people. No, Paige, seriously. It was rough. Yeah, true. So true. Libra does see both sides of everything. All right, guys, there's one more definition of this. So this is it's difficult to listen to a lot of what's happening in the world, like when people talk about this stuff, because when they start to add whole signs to it, it starts to get, you guys making it up. So, or you don't know you guys are making it up. But this is how it works. Another thing is, well, I wasn't doing I started feeling like, why bother? Or like there was no way out. It's what my brain was thinking. And as a Scorpio, when I start thinking no way out, I just destroy everything. So that's what was happening. So I'm lucky. So that's it. Things being taken away from you. Yeah, for real, right? That really sucks. My Saturn is right on my ascendant in the 12th house. Things get taken away when I'm not there, right? Like, how Brandy did all that stuff with my stuff? That's Saturn in the 12th house. That happened here. That happened when I was living in Vancouver with someone. Like, just so nonsense, So that's the biggest reason why I didn't leave the house alone, because all this stuff would have been gone. So, and it's my sister's stuff, right? So, yeah, Paige, why bother turned into why not pretty quick. Actually, yeah, why not? And then it turned into let's do this. And I didn't even realize that until like man, it was so bad. All right. Back to work. There's another answer to all of this. Okay? In addition to all of this that we're talking about, another definition. I don't know where this definition came from, but I don't know where this definition came from, because you guys know that I study like this, right? And so, but within 18 degrees, if the new moon or the full moon is within 18 degrees of the node, that's considered an eclipse in astrology. Everybody cool? All right, everybody cool? Next, now we're going to answer Watkins' question, but am I missing someone's question? Oh yeah, we haven't even spoke about today's astrology yet. Okay, watch this. So Watkins says the North Node is transiting right here, but Watkins' natal South Node is right there, and that puts her North Node here. And so for Watkins, right, when she's going through this, and for anyone who's going through this is interesting. This is a massive life change. You're getting married. What the hell, man? You're getting married. You guys moving into, you just bought a new house. All right. Well, this would indicate a massive life change. That's what happens when the nodes are like this. And it's a change that you can't return from. And that's what it is. And when that's what it is. When the TheSunnySide 10 years ago or 9.5 years ago, when the TheSunnySide went through the node opposition, which is what you're going through, that's when we started doing our live streams. Yeah. And right now, in the next 2 months, the TheSunnySide is going through its node return. So the TheSunnySide is going to go through a major transformation again. I just haven't figured it out. Guys, I can't write, man. I'm sitting here and I'm sitting here and I'm sitting here and I can't think of any. I I can stand and think about it, but when I sit in front to write, I can't write. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get so angry. Like, I don't know, like there's so much world now that when I was young, I didn't know as much world, and I didn't know what I know now. And I can't just be fluffy. It doesn't work for me. So I gotta figure this out. Although the last meditation I wrote like 2 years ago, when I wrote that one, when when Tina was going through her thing, and for some of you guys, right? And when I wrote that last one, I really like it. So it's not like I can't do it. I just can't get myself to do it. Yeah, well, that's a good thing too. Saturn's rings and how they disappear. That's a good one. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, this is for Watkins. Let's calm down again. Everybody calm down. So the sunny side is going through. Okay, so do you guys get it? So there's a thing that happens here. In my life, hey, AKA, what's up? Maybe. Yeah, it's yeah, yeah, it's a thank you, AKA. It's it's really weird. It's really weird. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. But the concept, it's not about why bother. I had why bother with the music. I didn't want to practice. I was like, why bother? Nobody even plays music anymore. But then but yesterday I played a little bit. And so, and I tried to write a little bit. So, we'll take it step by step and and see. In this year, maybe now is not the right time to be writing. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, keep observing. Keep observing. Yeah, studying. Keep studying. Yeah, I'm studying my ass off and all this stuff. All right, here we go. If anything, Aries is going to be deaf. Well, discipline in my day-to-day life. Let's get back to this node stuff. Let's answer Watkins' question, and then we'll go on to the astrology and like we'll finish the overview for the week coming up. And so here we go. So nodes indicate a life change. When I went through my node return, that's when everybody died, right? That's when everybody died. It was really weird, and it was painful. And so that's kind of one of the life kind of transition things. When things square the nodes, right? When things square the nodes, that tends to be a problem. That tends to be life interrupted, right? Like if you imagine. So let's go back to the sunny side, because that's an easy one. So on the sunny side, when we hit the node opposition, we started our live streams, for better or worse. And it was for better. It was for better. Do you guys know? I'll remind you guys what happened. I was chopping up the horoscopes into individual zodiac signs, because that's how you're supposed to do it. I'm like the only guy in the universe who does this all signs shit. And so I know that they do it now, but this was always the thing. And hey, Quill, happy Valentine's Day. And happy Valentine's Day, AKA. And what happened was, I had the long stream video as well, or the something. And Brandy said, if you chop up the video, if you make the individual videos, that I can't speak to. There was one of you guys, I can't remember who it was, but that's what Brandy said. She said, if you don't do the all signs, if you don't do them all in one, I can't speak to everybody. And so that's why we do it like this. We do it like this so you guys can talk to each other. And otherwise you guys aren't going to have a place to connect. And so this was all for better or for worse. And I think we did pretty good. I mean, we have a culture here. It's changed. We've been on some great adventures, and we have more adventures to come. And so all of this kind of stuff that I'm describing, these are all node kind of themes, adventures, change in life, path of life. And so as the nodes travel, right, as the nodes arc through the zodiac, right, as they groove through, they're going to, it's kind of what's happening. Like, it's kind of what's going on. It's kind of where you're moving towards. And so that's the deal, man. But I got to tell you, I'm slowing down because my brain is thinking about the sunny side and thinking about this transformation. As we're going through this, I very much thought of not doing any more lives. It came really close. And but this is kind of who we are. So and I just explained, we're here because of that. So this is why we're here. So that's what's going on, man. Anyway, so when I was hoping that as the sunny side goes through its node return, right, as we're going through, the sunny side's going through its next change, I was hoping to do travel vlogs for you guys. That's what. So I want to slow down all this stuff, and it's difficult for me to do teaching stuff for you guys because every time I open my computer, I see some retarded motherfucker saying some bullshit, and I don't really want to put my face back into that world filled with idiots. The words don't mean that. They don't mean that. But you know what? Before I freak out and turn into the old Sunny, it's all of that is helping me find more creative ways to teach this stuff to you guys. And so that's why we're using temperature. That's why we're using the different charts. That's why we're talking like this. That's why we're using the direction of energy. And we're staying away from saying horoscopy kind of things. So because this, I want it to sink in. It's not that we're trying to do our thing. Oh, you're welcome, Watkins. Man, it's life transformation. It's life transformation. Big change in life. Watch your health, right? During a node return, you have to watch your health. And it's like imagine this. Imagine this. If this is the past and that's the present, it's like the past and the present meet. Imagine it like that. In a node, not return, right? You're going through your node opposition. Imagine it like the past and the present meet. And suddenly you have this life-changing opportunity that, for better or worse, is the way it is. And once again, just because I know something is going to happen doesn't know that I know what is going to happen. So I told you guys, I get asked all the time. Did I know? I do know something is going to happen. Oh, I don't I just don't know. Sometimes I know what's going to happen. All right, next. All right, so that's the nodes. That's the nodes. Okay, so that's the eclipse, a new moon or a full moon in the same sign as a node. And it's also 18 degrees, a new moon or a full moon, 18 degrees from the nodes and eclipse. Whatever. Whatever. I look at it a little. I'm looking at it. Well, let's keep looking at it as an eclipse for a second. Oh no, Watkins. It's a natural thing. It's like a natural thing for you to be doing that at this time. It's actually it's pretty cool. All right. So, okay, so a little bit more about eclipse, because this is a new moon at the end of Aquarius, and we have a bunch of sunny-siders who have energy right there in Aquarius. So let's just spend a second talking about this new moon here. What's up? Scorpios always knows what's up, that's for sure. Okay, so this energy here, what? Okay, this energy right here is going to be fresh, and it's going to be free, and you're going to feel somewhat liberated in a good way and or a bad way. In addition to that, I like the words I use to describe Aquarius is like, it's the word I'm using to describe Aquarius is sovereignty, which means Aquarius is an entity on its own, even though, you know, it grooves with everything. And Aquarius is like the most easy breezy zodiac sign by far. And so when you have placements in Aquarius, they're like easy breezy placements. And imagine that Aquarius, what's a node? The nodes of the moon, right? Oh, we'll talk about that at a different day. That's a technical question. I'll come back. We'll do that on another day. So Aquarius, okay, so let me get back to Aquarius. So imagine this. Scorpio and Taurus are by far the most possessive zodiac signs, by far. So like, you know, so like Taurus is like, everything belongs to me, and Scorpio is like, that's right, you belong to me. So that's a Taurus and Scorpio, and nothing shall enter. Nothing shall enter. That's it. Everything belongs to us. So, right? These are and Aquarius squares that. Right? Aquarius is the most easy breezy zodiac sign. So, all right, next. All right, easy breezy. So that's the deal. Now, it doesn't mean they're not stubborn. Stubborn is a fixed sign thing. Just because they're easy breezy doesn't mean they're not stubborn. And okay, so, and just because they're easy breezy doesn't mean they're not super passionate. Okay, so it doesn't, just because Aquarius rules the 11th house, you know, doesn't mean Aquarius doesn't get the horny bananas all the time either. So just saying, right? Those are all kind of, when I'm looking at Aquarius, I'm looking at everybody has the ability to be this complete unit on their own. Everyone has the ability to shine. And I look at it like that. And it's the opposite kind of Leo. Leo is the guy. Leo is the la 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 la, and Aquarius is kind of the observational one. So Aquarius is kind of like the audience, and Leo is kind of like the performer. Except you're one person. So you can't really be like an audience. You're one person. But what happens is, watch this. Just watch this for a second. It's like this. You know, Capricorn does it like we're loosening up the energy, right? And from Capricorn, it's fairly fit. It's not fit, like it's, right? It's cardinal energy, right? It's the change happens in Capricorn. So things start changing in Capricorn. You're moving towards a goal. The earth is loosening up. You're moving there in a very direct way. And then we get to Aquarius, where things start to, things are starting to loosen up, right? Construction is done. Or imagine the Capricorn is building a building. Capricorn is constructing a building. And by the time you get to Aquarius, there are a bunch of buildings, like an audience, except we're talking about buildings. So Capricorn is like building a building, and Aquarius is like all of these buildings. And then we get to Pisces, and Pisces is the building kind of gets like all the electricity goes in, everything, it comes alive with people, right? It's Pisces, everything comes alive. Like, I know you guys think everything ends in Pisces, but I don't look at it like that. Pisces has the Pisces, like, I get it, okay? I'm a Scorpio, so we rule the fall. We move from being life to death. Like, we preparing for the winter is Scorpio. So Scorpio is preparing for the winter. That's what we do. And then the rebirth comes after us. And Pisces is preparing for the spring, right? Pisces, a mutable sign, changing sign, preparing, changing, right? Pisces wiggly, right? Changing for the spring. So that's how the collective energy is moving. All right, let's move on. Yeah, Aquarius comes in to take them all over. Yeah. Aquarius is the intellectual. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of words to Scorpio's the watchtower in the town square. Aquarius is like, so guys, the thing is, Pisces is like like a petri dish. Kinda. I'm trying to find ways to describe this Aquarius thing, because this is what we're going through in the world right now. And for me, it's bizarre, but like I see it so clearly, and it's happening everywhere. And it's happening in such a monstrously fucked up kind of way. It's like such the most insane thing we're seeing in the world. It's like insane, man. This was done on purpose. But nevertheless, that's where we are. It's so crazy, man. Calm down, Sunny. All right, let me calm down. Let me get back to it here. Forget about Saturn. Saturn's tomorrow. Let's get back to the node. So this week, there's going to be, so for Aquarius, I don't always understand how to describe it, but it's like everybody gets to do their own thing. So, SpaceX was trying to take over, right? Trying to put satellites everywhere and get all the countries to use SpaceX stuff. But the countries, instead of doing that, the countries are now all putting their own kind of stuff up there like that, right? So instead of that one company doing it for the world and everybody using it, everyone else is doing it themselves. Instead of everyone relying on the United States for military support, you can see right now that other countries in the world are making massive purchases to augment their own sovereign militaries. And so instead of relying on this one to take care of whatever, we're doing it ourselves. And that's what's happening. So instead of X or Twitter, countries are creating their own X or Twitter. And that's what's happening. That's why I'm saying, as we move deeper, that's why I'm saying one of the key words for Aquarius is kind of like sovereignty. And so when you look at Aquarius from the outside, Aquarius really is supposed to be the group looking at an individual. However, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm going to be hanging out with my friends for the next 2,000 years? Probably not. Probably so when I look around the world, I'm seeing very, very clear signs of Aquarius in the world, which is massive amounts of information, right? Massive information happening. In the old world, in the old age of Pisces, everyone wants to be a martyr, right? Pisces is the martyr. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die for everybody. Love me. I'm gonna die. Like this, right? Everybody wants to be a martyr in the age of Pisces, or in the age of Pisces, everybody wants to. There's a lot of myths. A lot of things are hidden. Pisces, like I said, Pisces is wiggly, man. You know, you can't really so very ethereal. So there's a lot of it's hidden knowledge, right? Like if Virgo is the plan, okay, if Virgo's the plan, Pisces is what the fuck are you doing? That's all right. So like if you sit at the outside and you're like, all right, Virgo's doing their thing. They're doing everybody's taxes. They're counting shit. Virgo's over there counting shit. What's Pisces? Pisces is just wiggling around. They're not that bad, but use the YouTube example. Yeah, in the past, right, in social media, at one time, right, everybody had a website, right? An identity. And then everyone had a MySpace account. And then everybody had a whatever or whatever. But that's individual. And now everybody has a YouTube channel. But that's not the deal. Okay, so everybody, all of us, have our own YouTube channels now. Every single one of you who can talk in the chat, you have your own YouTube channel. It's, that's just, you do. And so that's how it works now. But not only do you all have your own YouTube channels, there are many competing YouTubes out there right now. I get asked all the time to go join other networks. And I'm like, man, I don't do that shit, man. I barely show up on my own. I barely show up on my own channel, and I live here. So like, and everything's set up. So but that's an Aquarius thing. And just like there was a Twitter, everyone has their own Twitter thing now. And just like stay flexible and fluid like water. Oh yeah, for sure. So that's why I was thinking and when I look out at the world and see competition, like in the world, like I see a tsunami of nonsense. It's like, it's really was difficult. I'm like, just like AKA said earlier, it might be better for me to be observational right now, because the one thing I don't want to be right now is argumentative or like, I don't mean it like that, because I'm an awakened empath now. But what I don't want to do is run around calling people names. That's what I don't want to do anymore. That's one of my lessons, to stop calling people names and to stop yelling at people. The world is going to get it. The thing about the age of Aquarius is that everyone is eventually going to get it. So that's the deal. Everyone is at a different stage in their timeline. Everyone is eventually going to get it. Meaning they're all going to eventually figure it out, because we're in the age of information. All right, all right, let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Any other question? Any other things about that? Okay. So we do know this change is coming. So that's what's going on in Aquarius. And that's the reason I was reluctant. And that was the reason I became discouraged. And it's not just this, and it's also with music. I went to practice, and I'm like, Was I ever any good? Like, do I know anything? Does it mean anything? Does anybody care? Like, what the hell? So, like, is there a point to any of this? And so that's how I've been feeling. And we almost there. We only have 3 more days until we're there. Right now, we should be making our decisions, right? The moon. Let's talk about this. Right now, we should be making our decisions as the moon arcs towards the sun. The moon is going to lose light, but it's arcing towards the sun. In addition to that, for me, okay, so the new moon is going to be 28, 29 degrees, right? Or 28 degrees. So if you have anything there, you're going to have a change. So you have the opportunity for a new beginning. It's quite beautiful. So take the opportunity as you have it. And yeah, that's going to play out anywhere in the zodiac, that degree. Now up here, it looks like at about 8 or 9 degrees, Venus is just going to blow up this week. So for many of you, there's a strong possibility that you're going to fall in love, or you're going to get the job, or you're going to have very positive success in a particular area of your chart. And that's what we're going to focus on when I return and we do the horoscopes today. We're moving towards, so Venus is about to blow up. So there's a lot of love and money out there. It depends where it is in your chart, and you have the opportunity to capitalize on this. So know that it's coming, and don't worry about any of the Saturn nonsense. We'll talk about that at another time. So that's what I think for the energy of the week. I think there's going to be a new beginning. You should be feeling it right now. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to feel, because everybody's going to be a little different. And Venus is moving towards the North Node. So Venus is going to fly through the North Node this week. And some of you guys it's going to be pretty good. So that's the deal, man. All right. There we go. I'm supposed to do all this stuff on Sundays. But I have to, at 1 o'clock, I have to do a thing. At 1 o'clock, I'm going to split for an hour. And then I didn't want to break up the horoscopes. You still have 40 Twitter accounts? Oh, that's funny. Hey, Nimra, what's up? I hope you're having an amazing day. I'm going to take off in a couple of minutes. And then I'll be back in about an hour. Any questions, guys, about the astrology or anything like that? Everybody cool with that? So that's what an eclipse is in astrology. I didn't describe what the nodes are, and we describe the eclipse differently every time. The most important thing to remember, and when we do horoscope eclipse, we talk about it for fun, right? Well, I'll say things like, oh, you're going to lose your keys, right? During an eclipse, you'll lose your keys, all that kind of stuff. And Aquarius might lose their hair in this eclipse. So Aquarius is going to lose some hair. Capricorn's going to lose some money. It's going to be funny. Oh, no. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, the eclipse is in Aquarius, right? Oh, man. Oh, it should be interesting. Hey, Mitch, what's up? Oh, Nimra, happy Valentine's Day. Well, a node is an intercept point, right? It's a point where oh, thanks, AKA. I appreciate that. The node is it's an intercept point. It's where the things cross. But it's like where the sun and the moon cross, it's where the orbits cross. And that's all it is. It's a bit of an imaginary point. And but so there's a technical aspect to it. Hold on, Mitch, there's a technical aspect. Okay, there's a technical aspect to it. And there's a meaning to it. And there's also a traditional story towards it. And the technical thing is like it's where the paths cross, the orbits cross. So it's not really that big of a deal. But the fun part of it is like this. Hey, happy Valentine's, Kim. It's exactly what it is. Mitch, it's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's not even weird at all. It's just to describe it's a little weird because there's a picture. And I don't want to use I don't want to describe it incorrectly to you. So because it's a technical question and I don't want to get it mess it up. But like it's the point of intersection. It's not a big deal. But listen to this. But for fun, or moreover, I'll tell you what the story is in Vedic astrology. In Vedic astrology, let's see if I can remember this. They were like the forces of good and evil. And I think they had to join together to jumpstart the universe, let's say. All right, so good and evil had to jumpstart the universe. And then I think when Lord Shiva or something like the super god went and was doing all of this stuff, he lined up the good and the evil guys, and they were giving the good guys all of this magic elixir stuff, right, to make them super immortal kind of thing. And these guys, the bad guys, not getting anything. And one of the bad guys saw that and snuck into the line, the good guy line. And then when they saw this, right, and he was given all right, Amanda, see you a little later. When he was given the elixir, he became immortal as well. But they saw this and they cut him in half because he's evil. He's evil. And so that's why the nodes, they work in tandem. There's a south node, a north node, and you guys aren't doing it. One sec. There's a north node and a south node. Kind of neat, huh? And it's incomplete energy. And so the light in astrology, the lights are the sun and the moon, right? The light is the sun, the light or the moon. And darkness are the nodes. Yeah, it's really neat. And an eclipse brings darkness, right? Because the nodes, because of eclipse, it's darkness. And that's why during eclipses, we say you lose things because it hides the light. And so in astrology, when we back off the language, right? Like when we go, I'm trying to back off the language so that we don't pervert the meanings. And when you back off the language, we talk in terms of temperature, different things. And so in this situation, it's light and darkness. And when they cross, the darkness takes out the light. So that's the thing. And that's where the story comes from. It's from the Vedic astrology. It's from Vedic whatever. That's where the story comes from. And that's the deal of the nodes, man. It's a big deal. In astrology, or here, we talk about this, like we're headed towards that node. All of these planets are headed towards that node. And this node represents a point in life or something that has our attention. And that's what it is. And we have to put all of this energy to do this, or we have the opportunity to do that. And that usually represents something that we want that's fresh, something that's possibly new. And in addition to that, the north node adds a glow up to whatever it touches. And the south node kind of sucks in and drains out everything it touches. However, it is what it is, man. Like, it is what it is. So this is all. South Node is something you've always wanted to do from your past. And the North Node is kind of going out and making it happen again, sort of, man. All of that is kind of sort of. So that's the deal. Yeah, that's the way Paige, I think that's the deal, man. Oh, we did a lot of astrology today. Well, good job, guys. All right. Everybody cool? Do I have coffee? Yeah, I've got coffee. Oh, man. So, all right. Okay. When I get back, we'll do the individual horoscopes. Hey, S. Hey. We're just about to take a break so that I'm going to give you a call. I'm going to call you right. Give me a call. I'm right. We're taking a break here, and then I'll be back in an hour. Happy Valentine's Day, baby. Unless you want to hang around with everybody, but I was going to have breakfast with you. So, all right, guys, I'll be back. Everybody be cool. I'll be back. See you guys soon. Well, all right, everybody be cool. I'm going to go have breakfast, and I'll be back in a sec. Sunny Summer Fun Line. Sunny speaking. Hey, baby. I'm still online. Do you want to say something really nice to everybody? Oh, everybody knows you're on the podcast. Everybody knows you. All right. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back in an hour. I'll see you guys later.